Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Josiah Agro TV. Today I'm going to be telling you how to start your goat farm correctly. I'm going to be giving you six basic points that will be helping you to start your goat farm the correct way. Number one, number one is first of all, before starting your goat farm, you need to have a goat. Need to have a farmhouse. Now, what do I mean by a farmhouse? A farmhouse is a house that needs to be in your farm where either you yourself or your workers can stay. If you're starting a commercial farm, let me say, maybe the place is not close to a residential area. Maybe it's in the bush. You don't just go start building your goat structure and start keeping your goats there. I'm talking specifically about people in Africa. If you're in Africa or specifically Nigeria, where I'm filming this video from, if you want to start your goat farm, make sure that you have a goat, a worker house or a farmhouse where if you are the one taking care of your goat, you will be there. If you have workers, your workers will be there so that they will be able to take care of those animals correctly. Don't just go to the bush, set up your structures and start bringing in your animals and keeping them there. Make sure that you have a farmhouse. Then number two, avoid making your family members your farm managers. This one, most of you may not like it, but that's just the reality. Avoid making your family members your farm managers. The reason why I say this is that if you have a trusted family member or somebody that you trust and that person can take care of your livestock very well, it's good. You can make that person your farm manager. But most of the times, when you make your family members your farm managers, it is very difficult for you to fire them, because when you fire them, if they're not doing the work correctly and you fire them, you start having family problems. So avoid making your family members your farm managers. Now, and if you make them your farm manager, they begin to, sometimes some of them don't have the same passion that you have. Maybe you have the passion for livestock, you want to raise these animals in commercial purposes. They don't have that same mindset as you. Some of them, maybe you're in the diaspora and you are sending money home to say, okay, you want to set up a farm like this. Some of them will just see it like you're in the diaspora, you don't have any problem. What is the need for all of these things? Sometimes they'll kill your animals, they'll slaughter your animals when there's festive period. Sometimes they'll sell off those animals and use the money for something else. And when you fire them, you start having family problems. So avoid making your family members your farm manager. You can look for somebody else that have the same vision like you. If you have the vision to start up a goat farm, look for somebody that have the same vision as you and make that person your manager, and make sure that that person is well trained and your goat farming business will be smooth. Then number three is stock animals you can manage. Stock animals you can manage. I know sometimes it is very amazing when you see people, you watch people online, they have a lot of animals, they are taking good care of them, and all of those animals are looking very good. If you don't have the capacity to manage 10 animals, don't buy 10 animals. If you don't have the capacity to manage 20 animals, don't buy 20 animals. As a beginner, start small. Start from what you can manage. Start from what you can manage. If you know you cannot manage large herds, even as a beginner, I know definitely you won't be able to manage large herds of goats. So start from the one you know that you can manage. 4 point is avoid going cheap while stocking your farm. Avoid going cheap when stocking your farm. What I mean by avoid going cheap is avoid going for too much of cheap animals. Now, a lot of people have been scammed just because of that. Somebody called me and said he wants the price for Kalahari and Boa goat in Nigeria. And when I told that person, the person was like, wow, the price is too much, it's too high. Like, then Sometime down the line, he called me and told me he was scammed. And I told him, he said the person told him that he can get Kalahari Red and Boa goats like 3 months. The ones for three, like within the age of 3 months for 70,000 each. And that the person even sent him the video. And I was like, wow. So now what happened? He was scammed. So avoid going too cheap. Confirm the price of animals, the breed of animals. Confirm how much it's being sold before going. Like you want the hybrid goat, like the Kalahari, the Boa from South Africa, and somebody is telling you a very small price. Know that that is scam. And also, if you want to buy a goat from the market or you're getting a goat from a breeder, no breeder will sell you his good goat for small money. Why? No breeder will sell you his big goat, like the goat is very healthy, is very okay for a very small amount of money. We know that some of our local breeds are not expensive, but you also should consider if you are having a goat that is big, it's okay, and is healthy, will you want to sell it at the price that person is telling you that he wants to buy? So you should also consider all of those things. A good goat with good genetics that is healthy and is very okay, definitely the price will be a little bit higher than others. Now, if you're getting a goat, they are good for meat and they are good for breeding. You can't compare the two. Now, a goat for meat might be what you're looking for is just the meat. It might have probably a lumps on the breast. It may have one or two complications. In as much as it has meat, you can still slaughter such a goat. But if you're looking for a goat for breeding, you don't go for a goat that is having lumps. Even before you buy, you should check very well. Now, if you're buying from a breeder, definitely that breeder should give you the history of that goat. But if you're not buying from a breeder, you're buying from the market, there are things you have to check out for. You have to look out for. You have to check if the breast is dispensing milk. You have a lot of things to check. And what you're looking for mostly is the potential of that goat. Does that goat have the potential of growing big in the future? You also have to put that into consideration before buying goods. So avoid going cheap when buying your goods. Make sure you're getting the right kind of goods. Then number 5 point is make sure you are present in your farm always. Make sure you are always present in your farm. If you're not in your farm, a lot might be going wrong. Now, if you look at this farm here, goat management is not that difficult. If you look at this farm, I am here. I am here. I'm the only one taking care of all of my goats over here because here is in the city. I'm the only one taking care of these goats, and it doesn't stress me. All you just have to do is wake in the morning. You hear there's an exercising yard. They don't go out for grazing. I feed them everything here. So open the door for them. They come out, go into the exercising yard. Then you sweep their houses, remove the dunks from their house, gather it, put it in a sack. It can be used as where it can be used as manure. Then you give them food, clean water. That's all. And like this place, if you see there are moringas around, sometimes the moringa leaf fall to the ground, they pick it, they eat. And sometimes if they are like watermelon, I also feed them things like watermelon peels, some other vegetables like that to reduce the cost of feeding. Because here in the town, in the city, you buy their food. So to reduce the cost, you have to like meet some people that sell vegetables and other all those vegetables. You gather them and also feed it to them. It is very good for them. It is also very nutritious for them. So it doesn't stress me to take care of them. So, but make sure you're present in your farm. If you're not present, if you employ somebody and that person doesn't have the same vision as you, even if the person does, there are some people that will not want to take care of your animals. All they want is their salary. So make sure you're always present in your farm. And for people in the diaspora, like you are abroad, you're not present. It's possible that you can still monitor. You can get cameras and monitor, but make sure you have a farm manager that have the same vision with you and is very sincere and is ready to work with you. If not, even with the cameras, it will still be very difficult for you. And also, please make sure you treat your workers right. Treat your workers the right way. Don't just see them as animals or see them as these people are uneducated. Treat them right. Most people with good mind, if you treat them right, they will also treat you right, because they are the ones working with your animals. They are there with your animals. If you treat them wrong, sometimes when they see your animals, they may transfer that aggression to your animals. But if you treat them well, they will also treat your animals well. So that's just the thing. And lastly, there's feed. Lastly, make sure there's feed in your farm. There's feed always available. These animals, they need to eat all the time. They need to eat all the time. You don't need to be keeping your animals hungry, because an animal that eats all the time will hardly get sick. But if you keep the animal and it's not eating all the time, it's always hungry, the immune system of that animal will be compromised, and that will lead to sickness, to lead to different kind of sickness coming into the body of that animal. Make sure there's clean water always, there's food always. If you were living in a rural area and you know that maybe all your farm is in a rural area where you can get grasses, that's a plus for you. Here, there's no grass at the moment, and this is dry season. This is not in Nigeria, Kano State to be precise. So there's no green grass yet. There's no rain yet. But when there's rain, probably we can be getting green grass from the nearby villages as well to feed to these animals. So if you're living in a place where there are grasses, it's a plus for you. So it will cut down the cost of your feeding, and you can also plant your grasses, plant leaves. Like most people now, all they want to do is they want to plant grasses. Goats love to eat varieties. If you're keeping goats, goat is different from sheep and rams. If you're keeping goats, goat love to eat varieties. So you can't just be feeding them with grass always. They like to eat grasses, they love to eat shrubs, they love to eat sometimes all this maize brown. They love to eat varieties of food. So make sure you provide for them different kind of food so that they will be okay. And now if you're planting and you said you want your animals to graze, make sure that you don't plant just grasses. Plant at plant shrubs as well, plant different kind of things so that when they are moving in the field, they will be able to have varieties. Now, I am also planning to do a I have another farm somewhere that I'm trying to move in Cross River State. I'm trying to move it to a bigger space. Now, the reason why I haven't completed that is not because I can't set up the structure, but because I'm still trying to put in the farmhouse in that place. I can't just go set up my structures and start keeping my animals there. I need to make sure there's a farmhouse there where somebody will be there taking care of the animal. At least the person will be there all the time. Even at night, the person will be there so that anything that happens, the person will, can easily attend to them. Even when the animals deliver at night, if there's no farmhouse, those animals, the kids may die. Sometimes some animals will be able to give birth to 3 children, 4 children, and now they need care at that point. Sometimes after giving birth, they are inside. There's no food for them. Those children might die because they won't have the strength to give them breast milk. So that is all for this video. If you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, or if you find this video useful, please make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. See you next episode.